guy. Ethan the GOAT. Yeah, Ethan the GOAT here, man. And we about to play some Madden Ultimate Team. You see in the bottom, the quarterback, we got Kirk Cousins. Will not be a video tonight. I'm sorry. I think I gotta go Randy Moss, bruh. I think I have to. Ooh, who's better though? No, Chad Johnson's way better in stats. I'm gonna go Chad
Yeah, I
Johnson.
don't think you needed a crystal ball to see that
I
picture.
was about to go Randy
It's
just
all
because it's
about
Randy, but
loyalty and
he's better.
familiarity
Alright, we got
right
all
there.
linemen. Jason Kill. Hey, what's good, person? This three myself. What's up? See what we gotta pick. I want a person up in the middle. Hey, what's good? We got two people in the stream. What's up? I'm
Yeah, I
about to
think
turn
they
on
have
the
the
stream on
best
my
player there,
iPad so I can see y'all's
and they
comments.
got a guy that fills a big need, so that's an excellent choice.
Alright, we got two linemen and a wide receiver. Let's see what we gotta get right here. What do y'all think? Hey, put in the comments who y'all think we should get right here. I'm probably gonna go with the wide receiver, Mohamed Sanu, former Bengal. Yeah, I turn on the stream on my iPad so I can see y'all's comments. So drop a comment down below, leave a like on the stream. I'm gonna go Mohamed Sanu. We need a good wide receiver, and he's a former Bengal.
One
Okay,
Atlanta Falcon is
I'm gonna
gone
go with tight
already.
end because
There's
I
a
know we're gonna
decent
get a way
chance
better
of a
running back.
second
So I'm
coming
gonna get
right
I'm gonna,
here.
I'm gonna get the tight end right here. All right, we need some defensive guys. We need some defensive. Bro,
Still
we
some
need some
big holes
defensive
remaining
guys,
to be
man. Come
filled.
on.
Here's where you may have to go after a lower-rated player just to make sure you get coverage in all areas.
Bro, I want a. We're gonna go to center again, just to space some linemen out. I really want. I need. There we go. We need some defensive
Where
guys.
to now? Do you get
We need
yourself
to
a
play the
big
pass
booth?
more than we
And
do
that's a pick that'll solve
bullying
a
up
lot
front
of
because
problems
people
out
can
there.
dart you
He'll
on
fit in
passing.
nicely.
Are you serious? We're gonna go with the. We're gonna go with the left end. I play on that side of the field too. Stood.
Definitely some
Oh,
options
corner.
with this pick. Do
Definitely.
you take a skill player here?
Alright, we need
Or
a
get
strong
yourself
safety in
some
another
help
corner.
up front?
As soon as
Still
I
a
say
few
that,
holes on
let's
this
get it.
roster, and this is a big
We need
piece
a
of the
running back
puzzle
though,
right
for real.
here. Maybe a no-brainer, but a great pick regardless.
I think I have to take. Oh, there's a corner though. Fuck. I'm a risk it, man. I'm risking it. We're gonna go with the corner. Now we need a running back.
A
Receiver.
bit of a dilemma with this
Ooh,
threesome.
Lawrence
Which
Timmons,
side of the
bad.
ball do you turn your focus to here?
We need a running back. We need a running back.
These are tough
Oh,
decisions here. Offense or defense?
got a dope
Which
ass wide
side
receiver.
has the more pressing need?
Dante Hightower. But I don't want an offensive lineman. I think I gotta go Dante. Come on, bro, please. Please,
And there's
Jesus,
a pick
give
that
us a running
does
back.
fill a hole, but I'm not sure that it's really going to be the one that improves the overall
Oh,
squad a tremendous
no.
amount.
Alright. Please.
Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you
No.
really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap.
We got no running back. We got no running back. Let's see if we can redraft. If we can't redraft, we're fucked. Wow. Why is this man up? That's a linebacker. What is he doing? Is he starting it? No, he's not. Alright, so we got them right there. Oh my god, man. I ain't got no running back. I should have just took the running back. Is there any way we can redraft? I really want to. I think I'm gonna go in the game. Back quit. I think that's what I have to do. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, man. Cause I gotta redraft again. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. We have a really good team. I just need a running back. So you know what? I'm gonna play the game with no running back, and we're just gonna go to the pass, because that's what I do a lot. It's really nice to have a quarterback. Alright, let's go. Let's try to win this game.
All right, Larry, hope everyone is settled in for a great Draft Champions contest. Here, lucky to witness it. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't be witnessing, they will be participating in what should be an excellent game. Let's get down to the field. It's time for kick.
Oh, God, that hurts. Damn, my back.
And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions.
Let's get a carry.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Right to go.
This return that's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Hey, bro, the running backs they be giving me is really good sometimes. Like, they be pulling up some clutch plays. So let's see how he goes. Hill. Oh, it's Jeremy Hill. Plays for the Bengals. Alright, let's go.
Now, this is Hill.
He's pretty good.
Not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
We have a really good
with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
We don't have guys on the line, but we got guys covering.
Second down.
And the linebackers, too.
Second down, Cousins. He's going to leave this for his running back.
Oh, yeah.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
No.
To escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dansby in there to drop it for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
Good defense.
Fielded at about the 28. Look at the dance and the juke. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. They'll come out in the pistol. First carry for the 5-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson.
He is a really good running back.
He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Travis Carey there to make the tackle.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
No, we're not going to go full out. Like, the one play will us, but we're going to have to get something. Let's start second person.
2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
That's terrible defense.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
First down. Here's Cousins.
Good defense.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set.
Can't panic in the first quarter.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Courtney Upshaw coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Cousins now on second down.
Are you serious? This man did that?
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Terrible defense.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Now a second down throw for Cousins. This will be caught at about the 5.
All right, he got touchdown.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen from 8 yards out. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
All right, we can't go 3 out right here.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is.
Oh, are you serious? You didn't run up through that hole right there? I was putting the left stick straight. Why didn't you go? Oh,
It's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins, and caught right side, Green.
Let's go.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. 23 yards on the play.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Cousins to throw it.
Green, you gotta make that catch.
The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Connects with Sanu right side.
Let's go, Sanu.
A nice gain at 21 yards. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch, maybe you move some motion, maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup.
It was so covered, man. I didn't know what to do.
They figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
Shot play like this.
On 2nd down, Hill.
Bow, let's go.
Into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jeremy Hill taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he's got it up and through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
Let's go. Get it, let's go. Good defense.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Again, it's Hill. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that plan any down.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill.
I pressed the wrong button.
He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Cousins now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Final play of the half. Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show.
Hey, put in the chat, how do you lateral? I need to know that. How do you lateral?
Our score as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about it,
it's caught inside
what a
the
hell of a
25.
catch right there.
A big play there for the Panthers. 41 yards.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big gain as a result on that play.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
They got completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Okay.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequences.
What the hell did he just do?
These things worked well for us. And sometimes
he just lost like 5 yards right there.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second down, Cousins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vinny Curry in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Third and long for Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a shot taken.
What the hell are you doing?
Successful. Fourth down now.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer.
Man, Hearns almost caught it.
Taken from just outside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Hey, let's go.
What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Here's Sanu on the catch.
That's a
and
close.
they
Let's
get
go.
him down, but not before he
No
takes
face
it across
mask,
the
you think?
40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come out here in the eye. They'll hand it off now. Hill. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Back now in Nashville. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a second down throw for Cousins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
Oh, my God.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's got the first down before being taken
Hill, we
down
never drafted him.
at
He's
the
just a base
46.
gold player. This
Give him
man's
3
eating.
yards and a fresh set of downs.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis.
Are you serious?
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Following the interception, Cousins. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A first down throw for Cousins. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Mike Bennett, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They come out here in the eye. Here's Cousins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. Cousins to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him.
Are you fucking
but he gets it
serious?
all the way down to the 1. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And this is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable, but do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense, but that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Scobie now to add the extra point. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Oh, wow.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Green's got it over the middle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Cousins, he's going to let it fly. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the safety, Jarris Bird.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
No, I'm making it in the draft. That draft was busted anyway. I don't see how I run the right plays, but they end up finding holes like that one play, bro. We could have stopped them to a long-ass field goal, and with this game and field goals, it doesn't add up, so. Yeah, we better redraft.
It's so important to find players you can really commit to in these first few rounds. You'd hate to have to readdress these same positions later on.
I'm going Brady.
Certainly Patriots will be a hot commodity here. We've seen one go already. Might we see a second? Well, not too tough to see into the thought process of that pick. Boy, the skills just leap out at you with this guy. He will be a very important part of this ball club. These middle rounds are where your decisions can really impact your team. Because if you pass on certain positions, there's no guarantee you're going to see him again. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches, or someone who can really help you out at a playmaker type spot? One thing's for sure in this round, you're going to walk away with a great player no matter which way you go. And there's a pick that'll certainly help. Maybe not an impact signing, but you're not going to hit a home run every round. This is a pretty telling pick here. Do you go for a big bruiser up front, or get yourself someone who could be a difference maker? And with time running short, oh, did they get themselves a player here or what? And I think that pick comes to the surprise of nobody. You had to figure they'd lean that way if a player from that team became available. Does this pick fill a big need? I'm not so sure that it does. But it is at least a slight improvement over what they... Oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into the starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade. Oh, no question that this guy's going to grade out as a huge impact over what was there before. One thing this team's going to need is some leaders, and they've got one right here.
We got a pretty good team right here. I believe we can win a couple games with it. This will be the last game of the night, then I'm not going to sleep. Let's get it. Last game we choked very bad. So this game we're not choking.
Thank you very much, Larry Ridley. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. We are ready for this draft champions matchup as you get a quick peek at some of the stars in today's game. We're ready to go. Let's get down to kickoff.
Let's go. We get ball at half. Yeah, I like the stadium too.
And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in draft champions. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. And incomplete to open things up. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Let's go, let's go. Second and 10. It's Palmer again. And oh, look
Are you serious?
Diving catch. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. He finds some open field here.
Oh, shit.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. If you're an Adrian Peterson fan, that's the sign that you want to see right there on the other end. They got to learn to get him down, or this could be a long run.
And it's also the sign that his team wanted to see. Him making that type of a run, having a force and an impact on the game that early, that really demoralizes the defense because they realize it could be a long game trying to get him on the ground. While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Did your high school have that same push them back cheer?
I was a kicker.
Well, it certainly worked. Didn't matter whether we were kickers or not. That one worked, didn't it? They pushed him back at his last snap of the ball, and boy, they created a nice play for themselves. Would they lose 3 on that one?
Yeah, from the 1 back to the 4. That's caught at the 1. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Austin Safarian-Jenkins from 3 yards out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
So we get touchdown, we get the leader here.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A first carry now for Reggie Bush. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackle was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Are you serious? He didn't catch that?
Play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away.
That's when it was blocked it.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Peterson alone in the backfield. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
They run again on 1st down. Peterson. And he
Damn,
takes
this
this
man
up right near
Peterson.
the 45-yard line.
God.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. On 2nd down, Palmer. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Newell's got it. Complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. He's had it ever since he entered campus there and still has it today.
And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller. Because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose. After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Peterson alone in the backfield. Now it's Palmer. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will make our score 9-0. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They'll keep it in the hands of Bush. And he powers his way up past the 30. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. And they're going to speed things up here.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Brady now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They go play action here on first down. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass and completing it.
No gain on the play there, second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Brady going to try and throw on third down. And he will find his man on the outside. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on first down is Brady. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
And a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. And now they're in the hurry up. Throwing is Brady on third down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Frank's kick is good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Ooh, the juke. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Got a man, it's right. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll hand it off to Bush, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Second down following the run.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Bush,
and that
on,
one got
man.
tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They do go for it. It's Brady. And he comes back with one complete. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver or tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Brady. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Brady to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Crockett Gilmore there. And it brings up 4th down.
And I think the end result, knocking the ball away, was a product of understanding where they were on the field, understanding how many yards they needed to pick up the 1st down, and tightening their coverage accordingly. Gave them no gaps, no spaces, no real air in which to catch the football, and end up making a really nice play.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And he finds Safarian Jenkins.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Throwing now, Palmer on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit.
Damn, Odell
Ball pops out, incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. 2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd down, Palmer. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And Scobie's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And yeah, 3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Well, good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. And right with it here over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Brady now on 1st down.
No.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Brady to throw on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose.
Oh, my goodness, Nelson.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that brings up 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now Brady got to have this one. Got a man, it's right. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. Brady now on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Let's go. Regular. Here we go.
Now Palmer on 1st down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Here's Palmer to throw. He's going to go up top again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kamal Ishmael. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
12 yards there as they move the chains. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Giving 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw, Brady. He's got his man on the crossing route.
I have to
And
keep
he's
all of these
brought
timeouts.
down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
35!
He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And they'll go ahead and spike it here as that stops the clock with just under a minute to go now. 3rd down and 5. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Here's
Wrong
Brady.
person.
Intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Aaron Williams. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security.
I
taking
threw
care
it
of
to the
not allowing
wrong
anything crazy to happen,
person.
because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
I pressed R1, but apparently I panicked and accidentally pressed X at the same time and it flew to X.
Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he stopped immediately there. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
If he gets the first, the game's over.
Peterson alone in the backfield. Now Palmer, left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Let's go, let's go. Blue 95. Blue 95.
Good game, bro.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you,
on.
so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend.